think it's Thursday morning. Let's see, I think this is 2526. Rechecking again, double checking ahead of the county inspector for slab inspection. Looking pretty good. Got number 5 rebar in the middle with the firewall. Show you a couple other things here. Some best practices. It's not on the blueprints to do it, but some best practices. See this rebar? It goes like right there, right, Charles? This is what we call a re-entrant corner, or a corner that goes inward towards the building. And it's the best practice to add some rebar right there, just to strengthen that up. So now this is a minor re-entrant corner, 45 degrees there. That one's a 90, obviously. Here's another 45. So, and even here where we have the recessed showers, we've got extra steel just right in there. Now again, the prints don't call for it. This is just a good best practice. So all those re-entrant corners, we'll stick some extra rebar in there. Providing we pass inspection, I anticipate this slab will be poured Friday. Framers showed up about a half hour ago, late yesterday. The trusses arrived. So they are beginning, and I got that dumpster there for them. So as they work, they're going to get that, the Frenchman, Monsieur Debris, that's piled up there into that dumpster. So what they're going to be doing this morning is called prepping the trusses. So they're going to unbundle them. They're going to identify, we've got all the paperwork. Each truss has an identifier on it. Let's just call it a number, truss number. And we know what order they go in. So we kind of pre-stack them in what order it's easy for the crane to reach. Some of the trusses have a bunch of other small trusses that need to be attached to it. They do that all on the ground rather than being up in the airs. I'll show that another time. I think I even showed a couple of them. But anticipating the crane coming this afternoon, fly the trusses, and then deck it in. That's a lot of work in a day. I don't think they're going to get it completely decked in today. It's quite a bit of work. The slab over here looking pretty ducky. We poured that yesterday, and so they already cut the control joints, and found a couple that were not deep enough, so he got to come back and cut those a little bit deeper. We're looking for 3/4 of an inch deep to 1 inch, and that is not an easy task to do on a handheld concrete cut saw. So it sucks that they got to do it, and it sucks even more they got to come back and deepen the spots that are just a little not shallow, or a little too shallow. Anyways, over on 15, 16, 17, and 18, we since Ronnie's done with the HVAC rough in, I called the shingle man. He can start sending his men to start putting shingles on theirs. I got a call on to see when an HVAC guy's coming to do 60, 61. Try to get somewhat caught up. Well, you can't get caught up. Those days are lost. But to try to get the work caught up. Anyway, here's the house pad for 27, 28. Bo McGee's boys built this up yesterday. Here's them survey pins. Got to dig in the dirts. That's why I try to always measure before they get here. Come on, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? It got hit. That pin's gone. So let me go to where the other one is. So I always measure for square, or try to every time before they do the grade. because sometimes they'll hit a stake. But from this mark right here, this itself is just a marker, an identifier, drawing attention to say, hey, looky over here. From this line here, we call it cut 1. So 1 foot down is finished floor elevation. And I always I get impatient. I start digging, and then my finger gets scratched on that nail. There it is. There, cut 1. There's that pin. And so I can't guarantee today, but right now we are primed for Jose to bring guys over here and put form boards around the whole thingamabob.